Commissioner, District 2.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good because everybody in District 2 has been hearing from me for a long time. I do want to thank Michelle for inviting me and the We the People group. I really appreciate this opportunity to talk. For anybody that doesn't know me, I'm Bill Niner. I'm a lifetime Carroll Countyan and a Republican also running for County Commissioner in District 2. Just to give you a brief background about myself, I'm a 1996 graduate from North Carroll High School. I got my bachelor's in accounting from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore in 2000 and also my law degree from Thomas Cooley Law School in 2003. During that time, I had a lot of time to get involved in public service. One, when I was a student in college, I got to intern for Congressman Bartlett and volunteered for him. That was a great experience. I got a lot of firsthand knowledge working with the public, especially right here in the Westminster District Office. And I've also been volunteering for Senator Larry Haynes ever since I've been a teenager, and he's kind of the person that got me involved in public service when I was a student. He was the only elected official that responded back to me and invited me to come shadow him, and I got to do that every year during a legislative session. And I really got interested then because I got to see firsthand how you can actually do something as far as policies, the laws, and everything that you're working on and how it affects people's lives. And I thought that was a really gratifying thing, being able to help people here in the community. I've also been able to work on Governor Ehrlich's campaign, got to know him real well, and I got to work one-on-one with President Bush, Mitt Romney, and John McCain on their campaigns. That was a very exciting time for myself. And I've also been a volunteer on the Carroll County Republican Central Committee since 2006. And I'm also an active member in the Westminster Kiwanis Club, and I'm also a member of the American Legion in Hampstead Post 200. My biggest thing is I want to give back to the community and help people here in the community. And I'm somebody that's not going to lose sight of who you're working for. A lot of people get elected and they forget who they're working for. They're supposed to be working for the people in the community. They forget about that. And that's one reason why accessibility is my #1 issue. And everybody asks me why. I tell them, if you don't have an accessible elected official, you can't even talk about lower taxes, Second Amendment gun rights, educational issues, family farm issues, pro-business solutions, and anything else that affects the county. And people go, how are you going to make yourself accessible? And I said, one way, have convenient office hours. Most people work 9 to 5. They can't make it to the county office building. As a county commissioner, when I'm county commissioner, I'm going to come to you. Another way, besides doing that, is announce when we have meetings ahead of time. Usually you don't find out until the night before or the day of. There's not enough notification so people can work out in their schedule. Another thing, if anybody wants to talk to me in person, if they can't meet with me, they can't see me in my office or anything like that, I'm going to be a full-time county commissioner. And to be accessible, you can call me on my personal cell phone. I am the only candidate that gives out their personal cell phone number, and anyone can call me at 443-536-1408. I've done it on live TV. I've done it anywhere I've gone and spoken, and people are very receptive when the actual person gets to talk to them. And like I said, it really sucks when you elect somebody and you can't even talk to that elected official. And as an elected official, as a full-time county commissioner, the people in the community have a right to talk to you. Other issues I want to work on are seeing what we can do to lower or reduce taxes here in our community. I think we're overtaxing the people here in our community. We need to use our tax dollars that we take in each year more efficiently and effectively. And we need a true balanced budget here in Carroll County. We don't have a true balanced budget. You've seen in the newspapers about the surplus money they had. They put extra money into some of the programs they already had funded. If you have a true balanced budget, you won't have any surpluses and you won't have any deficits. The county should be taxing appropriately. I understand there needs to be a tax base to pay for the services and programs we have, but we need to streamline some of that. And like I said, use it more effectively and efficiently. And my goal is for people to have more of their hard-earned money in their pockets. If you're able to keep more of your money that you have, you're able to pay your bills more easily, especially the way the economy is right now. Also, you can take your family out on a Friday night take them out for dinner, take them to a movie. And I would encourage people to buy locally at our local restaurants. We have a lot of small businesses here that we can help. And if you spend your money locally, you're going to help stimulate the local economy. Everybody here is getting a meal tonight, and each person is probably paying $8 to $10 for their meal depending on what they ordered. That's helping this local business right here stay in business, and we just stimulated the economy here. There's probably several $100s going into their store this year, and at the end of the year, they're going to be paying taxes. It all runs in a circle. So if people have more of their money, they can spend it more locally. The other thing is, I'm the only candidate that I know of that's put in their literature, I'm pro-Second Amendment. I've put it in the newspaper. And the reason I'm pro-Second Amendment, I'm Second Amendment for protection and hunting. Everybody has a right to protect themselves, their family, and their friends. And they also have a right to go hunting. A lot of people I talk to, hunting, especially during the deer seasons, a primary source of food for their families. They get the deer meat, they wrap it up, freeze it, and they have it all year long. And I support the Second Amendment. I'm on record, and I'll do anything to keep the Second Amendment here and support the sanctuary here in Carroll County, or whatever we have to do. Everybody should have a right to have a firearm, whatever type they want. Another thing is education. The big issue is Common Core. I am against Common Core on two reasons. One, the financial principle of it. Our state of Maryland, Martin O'Malley, took $250 million from the federal government, and Carroll County got one of the least amounts, which was $500,000. That doesn't fund anything. I have no idea what they were thinking. I'm against it. We shouldn't be nationalizing our students. I think the parents, the teachers, the students, and local businesses here should have a say in how we educate our students to prepare them not only for college, but for the trades, the military, or if they want to go straight into the workforce. The other thing is the general principle of it. When I'm out door knocking, talking to people, and even my 7-year-old niece, when she's doing homework, they got her counting sticks, boxes, and everything just to do multiplication tables. Something that should take a few seconds, it's taking her a couple minutes. I don't understand the process, and parents don't even know how to help their students, and when they do, they're getting their papers marked wrong, and it's affecting the students' their grades. Grades are going to eventually affect them if they get into college or whatever they do career-wise, because they look at the GPA. The other thing about the school budget, what they need to do, there's a maintenance of effort theory they have out there and all these other theories of how to fund education here in Carroll County. What they need to do, since student enrollment's decreasing each year, the school budget shouldn't be increasing. The beginning of each year during the summer, when the summer break is, they need to take an assessment and see how many students are actually going to be enrolled that school year. And what they need to do is also see what the teacher salaries are and what necessary expenses they have to have in order to educate our students. If you do an appropriate allocation of funds out of the budget for our students, then that way you're not overfunding or underfunding education. We need to take a look at that on an annual basis. Okay. And also what I want to say, I only got a few minutes left. I just want to let people know I'm the only candidate that has the energy, the heart, the desire, and the work ethic to serve our community. And that's one reason why Senator Larry Haynes and Delegate Tanya Shula have endorsed me for County Commissioner. They know I have the qualities to do the job, and I have the work ethic and the skills to do that. Also, I want to let people know where I stand on. One opponent actually doesn't even talk about the issues what he stands on. As a candidate, you need to tell people where you stand on the issues and what stance you're going to take when you're elected, because actually, when you get elected, you actually have to work on those issues. So you need to do it as a candidate so people know what they're getting when they go out to vote on Election Day. Also, I'm going to be a lot like Niner Road. Niner Road's in Gamber, right next to the Gamber Fire Department. And just like Niner Road, I'm going to link the Carroll County, which Niner Road links Deer Park Road, which is a county road, to State Highway, which is Route 32. And as County Commissioner, you're supposed to be a link for the people, not just their voice here in Westminster at the county office building, but also in Annapolis. You need to be working with our state elected officials that are down in Annapolis and make sure your voice is heard. And just like Niner Road, I'm going to be a link and link the people with the county and the state on the issues that we need to face. For more information, go to my website, ninerforyou.com. And I'd really like to ask everybody for their vote, especially if you're in District 2. to vote for me on Election Day, which is June 24th, and early voting is June 12th through the 19th. And if you're not in District 2, encourage your friends to vote for me, because when I am County Commissioner, my vote does affect everybody here in this community, so you have a voice in who gets elected in District 2. So I'd like to also say, let's get on track with Bill Niner for County Commissioner. Thank you. And I'll be happy to take some questions, and I do want to plug my fundraiser. I have June 1st, a female business owner, Mary Jo Malone, out of Dean's Restaurant, has supported me every time, or when I ran for House of Delegates last time, and also for County Commissioner. They've been in business 52 years. They have a family affordable event for us. They even let anybody 17 and under for free, and we have a lot of the candidates, and we have like basically a meet and greet. You never know who's going to show up there, and I really appreciate that support. Bob?
How would you resist the efforts of the criminal organization, better known as the Carroll County Education Association, was using public assets to run a campaign against certain commissioners? How would you hold it at maintenance of effort? And how can you keep yourself from the influence of these people?
Well, unlike certain opponents, I'm not a special interest politician. I'm actually a public servant. I'm here to serve the people.
How do you resist the pressure to fund stuff at maintenance of effort? And once they pump it, you have to keep going with it according to the formula they passed and Holland and Holler. So how do you propose to stand there and stop this wasteful?
I do agree it's wasteful. And that's why I said we need to look and see what the appropriate allocation of funds are. We need to work and see if we can get legislation and policy in place besides what we currently have.
How would you do it with what you have? What would you do to stop the profit expended? What would you do to say no to the order of the crying children that show up at these hearings and all of the theater that goes with it? How do you stop this?
You actually tell them no. You go through, if you're looking at the budget, you go through, I'm not understanding exactly what you're asking.
All right.
Unless it's...
We watched the pageant last night. The budget,
Okay.
better known as the union round. All right, they had children and all the rest. I mean, it's quite a show. The point is, every time they ask for more, they give more. Do I have your commitment to say no, not 1 cent more than maintenance of effort, which is required by some stinking Maryland law? Can you tell me that you will commit to maintenance of effort, not 1 penny more?
I'm not going to spend any more money than is necessary.
You commit to maintenance of effort and not 1 cent more.
I said I was going to commit to the appropriate allocations of the school budget. I'm not going to spend any more than what's legally authorized.
Commit to maintenance of effort and not 1 cent more.
I've already said I don't agree with the maintenance of effort. We need to go with the appropriate... I'm not going to commit to any extra spending. Yes, I will. Yeah, that's why I said you need the appropriate allocation of funding. So, okay.
Any more questions? All right. Thank you so much, Bill.
Okay.
I appreciate
Thank you.
it. Thank you very much.